everybody, and welcome to NWBUC Virtual Sunday School. This week we're going to be talking about kindness. And as you can see, I am outside in the woods, and I discovered something on a walk a few weeks ago that inspired me to talk about kindness today. So I thought I would take you on a little walk through the woods to find it together. So kindness is something that I think we take for granted at times, but it really is one of the most important parts of living and enjoying our lives. So I thought what we could do this week is to find some signs of people being kind wherever we go. And I'm going to take you on a little bit of a treasure hunt for signs of kindness. And then I'm going to have you think about ways that you can participate in showing other people random acts of kindness, whether it be in your family or friends or in the community. And in a minute, we're going to see what inspired my thoughts on kindness for this week. So let's go up a little ahead on the trail and I'll show you what I found. So right up ahead, I noticed something blue on the ground. And this is what I found. Obviously, someone has left this here. Someone has painted this rock with the word kindness. And I love it because it just stood out among all the leaves and twigs and the trees and the green. And it was a reminder when I walked by how important kindness is. And so it was such a nice gift to me to find this rock. And it was an expression or an example of someone being kind, because they were trying to spread kindness to others just with the thought of how important it is to be kind. So you never know, maybe if you're walking in the woods or along the street, you might see some kind messages from someone who wants to spread kindness to others, and maybe that's something that you might do. You just get some paint and paint a rock, and maybe if you're going for a walk with your family, you could leave some rocks with some inspiring messages for other people. So that's one example of how we can show kindness to others just by making something special. So we were leaving the trail where I had found the kindness rock, and we were about to get in our car, and I noticed something on the ground. If you look over here, you'll see some garbage. So I decided that that was a perfect example of how we can be kind to the earth. And that is, wherever we go, make sure you bring along a little bag, because sometimes there are no garbage cans. And as long as you have something to sanitize your hands with afterwards, you can pick up the garbage when you see it. And it's just an act of kindness that we can all be part of and be aware of wherever we go. So I'm going to pick up this garbage. And help out the earth just a little bit. Hi everybody, I'm here at Hospice Simcoe where I work, and you can see I'm wearing my mask because we have to wear these masks here in this medical facility and home for people in the community. And I'm here in the kitchen. I'm going to take my mask off just for a minute. And the kitchen is the heart of our hospice home here. And it's a place where we cook meals, and we have normally our volunteers come in to do all that work to help the people, the families that are living here. So I just wanted to use this as an example of how kindness is about giving of your time as well. So normally this kitchen is full with our volunteers cooking different meals and lots of goodies. Right now during COVID-19 and the quarantine, they can't come in to cook, but what they do is they cook them at home and they bring in donations of food so that we have that still available to our families. So that's another way to show kindness, is to give of your time and to help people know that they're not alone. Another way that we show kindness is to wear our masks, because that way we're not spreading our germs when we're in close contact with people. So that's another way that we can show people that we care, is by being very careful when we're in close contact, wearing masks or sanitizing our hands. It's another way we can show kindness. Here I am in the solarium at our hospice, and it's a place where usually people gather to spend time together as a family. Right now, we still have residents come in and enjoy the sun. And what I have in front of me is a table, and I'm going to show that to you. And it's got some encouraging messages on it. And then we have a blackboard. So I'll let you see that. So on our table here, you will see some cards. And on those cards are encouraging messages that one of our volunteers wanted to send to our staff here at hospice to help us remember that they are thinking of us even though they aren't here, and that they really appreciate all we do. So that's another way that you can show people kindness, is by letting them know that you're thinking of them. Finally, we have a big blackboard here at hospice in our solarium, and it's a place where people can write encouraging messages to one another. And actually, my daughter Rachel comes in when we change it, and she writes the different messages at the top. And this one says, "Help us blossom a bouquet of hope." And so hope is our theme right now on our blackboard, and we have an encouraging quote about hope in the middle, and then people can write messages of hope for one another. So that's another way we can show kindness, is by helping people know that they're not alone and that we're all here to support one another. So as you can see, there are so many ways we can show kindness to others. It's about taking a few minutes to think about how another person might feel if we spend some time doing something with them, or helping them some way, or surprising them with something. Perhaps you could help the people around your house. Maybe help with the dishes or the laundry, setting the table, helping out in the garden, maybe making something special for someone, baking some cookies, or calling a loved one on the phone, or Zooming them if they're far away from you. Or maybe you can try some of the ways we discovered earlier, painting a rock and reminding people to remember each other, or doing something around your neighborhood to make people feel good, like raking someone's lawn or helping them with their housework. There are many, many ways that we can show kindness to others. So right now, I'm going to share a story with you from the Bible about what it means to be kind. And in this story, you'll see how Jesus pointed out one person's kindness and how it changed things for everybody. So the story for today is taken from Ralph Milton's story Bible. And it's a story called A Child Helps Jesus. And it's based on a story found in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And it's one that shows us what kindness is all about. Jesus needed a rest. "Let's go off by ourselves," Jesus said to his friends, the disciples. "I'm tired and I need to take a break." So Jesus and his disciples got into a boat and they rowed across the lake. But the people followed Jesus anyways. They wanted to hear Jesus tell them how to grow and live in God's way. So a whole crowd of people ran around the edge of the lake. Jesus was tired, but he knew that the crowd needed him. He felt sorry for the people. So Jesus sat down and talked to them about God's love. "It's getting late," said Philip, one of the disciples. "We should tell the people to go home so they can have something to eat." "Why don't you give them something to eat, Philip?" Jesus asked. "Jesus, there are thousands of people here. We're way out in the country. There's no place to buy food, and we don't have any money." And then one of the children in the crowd heard Jesus and his friends talking. "I have something we could eat," the boy said to Andrew. "What have you got?" asked Andrew. 5 loaves of bread," said the boy, "and 2 small fish." Andrew laughed. "Look at all these people. How many could you feed with only 5 loaves of bread and 2 tiny fish?" The boy felt sad. He knew it wasn't much, but he wanted to share. Jesus said, "Have the people sit down on the grass." Then he smiled at the boy. "It is very kind of you to share your food. Let's say thank you to God, and then we can eat." The disciples handed out the food. Everyone ate as much as they wanted. When all the people were full, there was still much left over. "How did that happen?" the boy asked. "How is it that everyone had something to eat?" Jesus smiled. "When people are willing to share, there is always enough for everyone. Thank you for being so kind and for showing us how to share." The end. So in that story, the little boy decided that he wanted to share what he had. He was acting out of kindness, realizing that so many people there didn't have something to eat, and he wanted to make a difference. And he realized that he really didn't have enough to go around, but he offered what he had anyways. And that's really important about kindness. It just takes small efforts to make a difference. And eventually it will grow, and others will show kindness too. And we can change the world for everyone. So that story is something you might keep in mind when you think about ways that you can be kind. So right now, I'm going to introduce our family that's going to show us what goes on at their house and the ways that they are kind, and talk a little bit about what kindness means to them. So I'm going to give it over to the Crombie family, and they're going to show us what goes on at their house.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to say a quick hi from the Crombies. I believe you will be seeing a video of, or several videos and pictures of what we've been up to over the past couple months. In these crazy times, you'll see a lot of chaos in our house, but generally the kids are doing well, and my husband Ryan and I are working from home. We're now working part-time, so we switch off half days, and he takes care of the kids in the morning, I work, and then I switch at noon and I take care of the kids in the afternoon. So we are taking it day by day, and I think the biggest thing that we've learned during these times is the life before was very chaotic. It was just rushed. We would be, the second we woke up in the morning, we were rushing to get breakfast, get out the door, and get to whatever activity, school, and then it was just from one thing to the next. And my husband and I basically would divide and conquer, where now life is everything together. We spend every minute together, which, can be trying at times too, but in general, it's been really good. And the lesson that we've learned from this is we don't want to go back to the life before, from rushing from one activity to the next and not truly enjoying each thing. So anyways, I just wanted to say a quick hi to everyone. I hope everyone else is doing really well, and the nice weather's here, so we can get outdoors a lot more, which makes it easier as well. Anyways, enjoy the week. Take care. Let's see you jump in. No. What are you doing, buddy? Are you being dentist Maddie? Yeah,
One more.
Nash, what are you making, buddy? Hey, Nash.
I'm not done.
Not done? Mads, what'd you make? Good eye. Mace, you got some good ones going on.
You use all hockey rink, buddy?
All hockey.
Show me the name, Mace.
Anyway, so you put it in blue.
Careful, careful.
And don't use the paint. Sorry, grab it up. I've been killing. Hey!
I'll get your sleeves.
Hey! I'm gonna do something. 1, 2, 3.
Go for it, Mace. What does it mean to be kind?
What does it mean to be kind?
What do you think?
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Anything else?
Saying please.
That's a good one. Mads?
Is that the same question you're asking?
Yeah. Being nice, saying please.
Thank you.
Sure. What about you and Nash are kind to each other, right?
Yeah.
And Macy?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Great. Now I just need to let it dry.
Well, I'd like to thank the Crombie family so much for showing us what goes on at their house. And it was exciting to see all that you do together, from being outside to creative arts and crafts to playing with one another. And thank you for telling us what kindness means to you. It's about taking time to say thank you and please and be nice. And also, it's in spending the time together with one another that allows us to show that we love and care for each other. And that's showing kindness every day. Showing kindness doesn't have to be a huge thing. It can just be as small as sharing what you're doing, or making sure you include somebody else in your project. It's about passing the paints around if you're working together. And it's about appreciating your family and all that you have together. So thanks again for all that you shared with us, and we look forward to seeing next week what goes on in someone else's home. So this week I encourage you to find ways to show kindness. It could be something that you do together as a family, or something that you want to do by yourself. There are so many ways that we can show kindness to others. And what we found out in the story and from the other examples is that kindness makes such a difference, because it reminds people that they are loved. And it also changes our hearts as well. And again, I want to thank the Crombie family for their contribution to this week, and thank them for showing us what goes on at their house and what kindness means to them. So that's all, and I hope that you have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.